Hello, 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 hello. We're back. So my Viper is almost 90. I took a break for a few hours. Like, after I stopped streaming, I took a break for about 1 hour to eat. And then I've taken a break for like 2 hours now after reaching where I am. So, you know, it's been 13 hours since it came out. So you remove 1 hour for food. You remove 2 hours for waiting. You remove 4 hours for time spent in queue for leveling an MSQ, both on stream and off stream. So basically you remove 7 hours from these 13, and that's how long it took me to level. It took me 6 hours of actual gameplay to get to 90. Because I got the reset in there. So as you can see, I'm very close to 90 here. And I have a book to turn in. So let's do that. Gimme. What? Oh. Never mind. Stream cancelled. We're going to pick up one of the Endwalker weapons. Hold on. Looks like Dragoon is marked in bold letters here, so let's go pick that one up. I have sound. Great. Always fun when you sit here talking for a while and then you realize you don't have sound on. So basically what happened when I leveled, right? I did leveling twice, because I got the reset included there at 5 PM after the stream ended. So I got 2 leveling, 2 main scenario, 2 alliance raid, and 2 frontline. And those are the only ones I've done in here. And then I did... let's see. Yeah, that turned into 5 dungeons. 2 leveling, 2 MSQ. And then... I ran 1 dungeon. I ran Halatali for one of my Wondrous Trails. So I got those 2 bonuses right there. Player commendation votes. I joined up with a Fate farming crew in Thavnair. There were like, I don't know, 50 people in a giant just ball flying around. And I think I did 15... between 15 and 20 Fates total with that group while I was waiting for Q. Did no leave quests. I did Allied Society. Yeah, I did Arcasodra twice. I did Pixies at 80. And that's all I've done. And, oh yeah, I did the 2 Wondrous Tales as well. But yeah, that's all I did. It's quite a bit of stuff, but, you know. Oh. This is gone? So, do I have a new gap closer? Hold on. Again, I wish when I moused over these, they would glow down here, so I know if they're on my bar. That'd be fun. This has to be the new one. Winged Glide. No rush to ally location. I love that about the Viper move. It's so cool. Doesn't look like any of the old things here. Replace Dragon Sights. It's just gone. Hey. Is that all they redid? Because, like, wasn't this talked about as the Dragoon retooling? Like, I thought they were gonna do a lot more things. Maybe I'm misremembering. I think this is the first one. Let's see here. Relic weapons. I realize this is not what we're here for, but It's what's happening now, and I'm sorry. Manderville weapons. Mandarium meteorites. There we go. So it's those. Okay. Still haven't finished these. Ooh. Doom 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 doom. Let me see my weapon. There shouldn't be much of a storyline associated with making more weapons, right? Ooh, look at that. Another masterpiece. And I'm proud of a Mandeville spear. Doesn't really show me the weapon that much. Okay. Nice. La, 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 la. Cool. Let's look at it. It's kind of neat. Kind of cool. The spear I really want is the wolf one that you can buy. I think it's Credundum, maybe? And those are achievable now, so that's fun. That's very fun. Look into that later. Now, however, we are going to the west. We're sailing west, everybody. We are going as a Viper. We are heading to Idleshire. Turn this damn quest in. Oh yeah, the last thing I did to get to this part of the XP bar, to get through most of 89, I just did one, where is it? Duty support, Kedis' Hyperborea. That's all I did. One of these. When I was 89. Because I don't want to run this one, because I want the gear from this one. So I just ran the 87 one. And as you can see, it almost delivered me all the way to 90. Probably would have if I ran the Asia scope. But here we go. Let's get to level 90. Boom. Yes! Oh god, I have a new bar. Or a new thing. Serpent's Lineage. Okay, what the hell? What are you? To use certain weapon skills in the execution of combos, you will serve to fill the Serpent Offerings gauge. Look at this little guy. Look at him. Once sufficient energy has been stored, you can activate Reawaken, which will open the Anguin tributes on the gauge. These tributes can be used to execute several special weapon skills unique to your Reawakened states. Cool. So there that is. Okay. Probably before that. Like that, probably? Okay. Where do we want to put this then? Do we just want this right here? Do we want it centered above this thing? Nah, I probably want it more over here. There we go. I don't care if all of this looks uneven. I just want to see what's going on down there. Okay. MGP card. Give me that 30k. Thank you. We have enough to buy the wolf spear in Charlian whenever. Speaking of Charlian, let's go and get on that boat. My old armor makes me nostalgic. Bow, 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 bow. Just gonna pick these up before we head out. I assume we're also about to unlock new guild hunts for Dawntrail. And I heard they're also using sacks of nuts, so that's gonna be fun. Since I have basically 2k stored up. Give me a little head start there. Ah. Let's mend all my stuff before we head out. Watch it. What's up, Ojika? Let's do this. Welcome back, Chrane. I've just had word from Aaronville. Seems he's managed to secure passage to Tural aboard a guild ship vessel. Hell yeah. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go inform your travel companions? It won't take a moment. That is Rubicante weapon. Is it? It's Reaper. I thought it was Marauder. That's huge. Jesus. Of course, this is what he looks like. Why am I surprised? Why aren't you letting me go into the inn, dog? That cloak looks pretty cool in purple. And the Crystarium... Is it Crystarium sword? Is that what it's called? Yeah. It's way cooler than the Crypt Lurker sword. I hate the guard... The hilt guard for the Crypt Lurker sword. Okay. Destination, huh? Now my destination's right here. Let's do this. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Na 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 na. Crystal tower in the background on the wall there. Kryle? Ah, there she is. She's the one I'm the most excited about in this entire expansion. Not voice acted. Odika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. Let's see here. The only one yet to arrive is Aaronville himself. Uklamat. And my boy Aaronville. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tural. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share a deck space. That's fine, Aaronville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Tural, yes? Have they updated their faces? He looks a lot like he does in the trailer now. Like, Alphino looks different from Alisaie. Am I crazy? Besides lip color, that's always been like a differentiator, but I feel like his face looks like it does in the Dawntrail trailer. We've not forgotten. He has a new face. Boy has a new face. The nation of Tuliolal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. He has a new face. In addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. She might have a new face too. It's just that hers resembles her old one more. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tural, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another. How they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insight that might help our friends in Ilsabad. Yeah, her face is new as well. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Chryle? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives. And nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail the wind, take us as she pleases. We won't make you dance her room standing here talking about it. Our goal is whatever she is to be found. Hoist sail and let the wind take us as she pleases. Maybe we'll end up south instead of west. Who knows? Well said. We won't get far wallowing in the swallows. Shallows? Probably said shallows. Right then. If you are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Oh, there's the wolf spear. Speaking of. I actually love the look of this weapon. It's a very short polearm, but I absolutely love it. Okay. Oh, who's the knight? Thanatos? Goddamn. It's a very interesting combination of gear. Canary yellow. Looks cool as hell. Probably Highlander. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. Bro, it's snowing. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Oh! Is that the trigger to leave? Oh boy. I wanted to change my hair before we left. Guess I'll change my hair when we get there. Okay.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
There we go. The new function.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Doubts.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard!
Trailer song, man.
We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
I should have fixed my character's hair before we left.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
He is the narrator.
We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Toral.
He smiled.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
Falls off. Maybe it's me. Doubts. I have some predictions we need to get into as well when we get there. Woo! You know I love a map. It's not that far, considering. That ain't no benchmark water.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
The graphical update has been very nice to Aaronville. It looks great. Kryle.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Toral was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Maybe there's a barber on board that can fix my hair.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Also, I'm kind of joking about the water not being the benchmark water because that was shallow. This is like deep sea. They're not gonna look the same. I know that. I'm making a joke. A bad one. Still a joke. You've spoken with our shipmates. Toral is still a good distance away and it might be a pleasant way to pass the time. Alizé? Alizé? I can feel the edge start to dull on these long sea voyages. How about some light sparring later? Fontaine? Oh, this will be my first visit to Dural. Fongitane's the name. I was working at Astime's Aesthetics in Ulda, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. I was joking about a barber. Could you cut my hair? That's why I visited Charlie in the hopes of starting over, while I was attempting and failing to find a new job. I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I told the Dawn servant welcomes all, regardless of origin. And so Tuliolal seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Can you cut my hair? Not here, apparently. Maybe he can at the inn when we get there. So, I remember having a strong reaction to these guys in the trailer, where I was like, yo, they look sick, can I play one? They've been in the damn game since A Realm Reborn, and I just haven't thought about it. Like, you can fight them in Upper Lenosha, there's one standing in Limsa Lominsa, they're in dungeons. If you have started Blue Mage, there's 2 of them in that questline. I just haven't maintained that information, I guess. Same way I didn't maintain the information that I'd fought a Minotaur before I came to Elpis. So, sometimes things go out of your brain. You can't do anything about it.
I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception. But with more of you Eorzeans coming to Dural, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds.
You pretend to be a simpleton?
I look forward to a long soak in the hot springs of Urkupacha. And no complaints when I dance the bathing dance.
My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Kettenram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Dural almost 80 years ago. Cool armor. The Mummeljaws leaders said to have welcomed Kettenram with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. The real treasure was the crops he brought back, potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Kettenram returned to Dural several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. Unless he made it, and either him or a descendant is still around over there doing stuff.
An adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Ulda. Specialty of imports and exports. Eorzean and Turali both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder.
The music is kind of loud in my ears.
Consider this, it is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Mikote, the Hetzaro, the Hrothgar, the Jabral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense.
Huh. Okay. The baseline is clean, but I am gonna lower the volume slightly. Ever so slightly. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking why did I speak Swedish for a second there? Hold on. He was a pirate, right?
You want to make a wager? We're taking bets who'll be sat next in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants to the rise succession, your young Klamat being one of them, of course. But from what Mamulja Bloke is telling us, the other three are all strong contenders, not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise.
Risk their coin on the third promise? Does that mean that she's like third seed or something? Dude, you look so different. I'm told this vessel has been equipped with a barrier generator to protect it from storms and leviathans, I'm assuming. A reassuring thought, though I nevertheless pray there will be no need for it. Now that you've said it...
I can go to Thanalan. Hold up. Yes. I can do my hair. Yo. That's the best function I've seen so far. I can fix my hair. You don't even know what I'm planning to do. As we've seen now, when I boarded the ship, I had long, like the long pulled back braid thing on the back. However, during the journey, it took a while. Before that, my hair had started growing. So no, it took a while. So the sides kind of grew out. We might go back to this at some point later. Yeah, I met your employee. He doesn't like you, apparently. Or you don't like him. I don't know who's the fighter between the two of you. You ready for this? We could go a beautiful Manderville. The Asmongold. Da, da. This is like Arnwald. Emanelaine, his cooler brother, Artwarel. Wait, what's this? Ponytail? Oh. If it didn't have this in the front, this could be kind of cool. It's like a pirate thing, but the parted bangs on the front. Stylish. Aragorn. Bob Ross. Who has this haircut? I don't remember. No, this is Aragorn. It's a pretty good look for my character, honestly. Very anime. The Full Metal Alchemist. If it's blonde. And of course, what we're all here for. Our new hairstyle. No. This one's crazy. This is just the hair I have now, but gone out of control. Oh yeah, I also found out that this is the canon Stormblood monk hairstyle for the for Meteor Survivor. And then this when he comes to Kugane as a samurai. And then he gets the this one for the end of Stormblood and into Shadowbringers and Endwalker. And now he has this. I like that this is here straight away. But it looks weird on my character. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna run this. Even though I like the hairstyle itself. It's very Eren Yeager. But I think it looks very square right here, and I think that makes it look weird. But yeah, my new hairstyle. For the moment, at least. It might change. It was a long journey. And when we arrived, things had changed. Time had passed. Hair had grown. Also now, if I were to run this, like, give me an eye patch. Oh yeah, why isn't there an eye patch? There we go. Like if I run this and remove the beard on the chin, keep the mustache. It's King Bradley, y'all. How clean is that? From Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, we have the hair. Let's go. Sorry about that. I keep delaying everything. Keep getting delayed. Weird. I figured, you know, it's a whole new adventure. It's a big change after a long journey. Maybe just let the hair grow a bit. Dude, this looks terrifying now. You let the hair grow out a bit. Cut off the long shit in the back like I should in real life. Because, you know, it's getting rather long. So yeah, we're trying something different. And if it doesn't feel right, we'll go back. Take me back to the boats. Chryle, are we there yet? Did you learn anything of interest? Oh, I hadn't heard about that about the clan names. We should have Wuklamat and Erenville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on the deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. The base walk. It's very, very clean. Oh no, a storm. Stormanville. Leviathan. Imagine.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Really?
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick.
Clearly.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
There's 4 of
The
us.
Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name.
Oh.
As for my mother,
Gonna leave that thread hanging, okay.
We're in the teeth of it now, lads. Reef that sail for the mast snaps.
I thought I said we're in the teats of it now.
Only elders have watch. This wind's too strong to take any sail. Man falling off the mast. We need help. Get him below decks first.
Is he a Lalafell?
Before he's washed overboard.
What is going on up there?
We should lend what aid we can.
Oh boy.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Jesus. Yeah, that's no bueno,
The heaving
dude.
waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé,
Good save.
quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
Damn! Damn!
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Oh, perfect timing.
What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Yeah, I have fought a snake before on the sea.
Voklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Cats don't like water. Just the way it is. Generally.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Really? This is all very 1.0 benchmark. Just like the start of Endwalker. What a shot. Wake up, samurai. We've arrived. This trail leads to the dawn of a new era. I can't get over how good my character looks in the new graphics, dude.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Ugh. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Whoa. Those are not
Seabirds.
regular seagulls, yeah.
Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Oh, now we're on the
We only
trailer
did what
boat.
we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway.
Good.
If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm.
Beast of a storm.
As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
It's time. Yay! Woo! Look at that.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Isn't that from the trailer? Yo, look at me.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
It's just the trailer.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
Oh?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
She looks way better without that. Her hair is dope. Yo! We're in it now, boys. We're in it now. It looked like the boat is flying. Very colorful. Very nice. Ooh. The Dawn Throne, I'm assuming. Wonder if you always arrive at night or if you can arrive during the day.
Gods. I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
I was wondering what they were.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Yeah, are there Ellison here?
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
I don't think they care, dog.
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Royalty. That probably helps. Maybe they do care about customs.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
He looks dope. Can I get that armor?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant.
That's why we're
We will
here.
not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tule Yolal?
Aforementioned
I
contest.
can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Okay.
Please, accept our apologies.
Demanding some respect here. Okay, nice.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
I need that armor.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Seems like it, yeah.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Yeah, very
Anyway,
laid back attitude.
First things first.
Is all. Oh, okay, bye.
I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
Thank you. It's very nice. Yeah. So nice to feel that familiar breeze again. I wasn't sure my stomach would make it. I wonder what kind of trouble those soldiers are expecting. Okay. What an amazing city. As lively as Ul'dah, even more colorful. Well, Ul'dah is one color. According to Erenville, the Vanu I thought I saw belonged to a clan known as the Hanu Hanu. It seems they share more than a physical resemblance. Naming conventions, yeah. Okay. Well, despite the storm's efforts, on the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You've arrived in Tulihyolal. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the swarthy sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Shalin. I would ask if the journey tired you, but I'm sure you've endured far worse. I forgot about upgrading my equipment. Boom. Yeah, let's rock this outfit for a bit. Why not? Looking kind of cool. Looking cool, Joker. I need to get a new set of swords, though, but I don't want to buy credendum swords now that I'm about to literally get a pair of swords. Right then, first things first. The fact that it swaps back to not auto-scrolling now with that setting is incredible. I, still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we've just arrived, but we should get too familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Haha! We were wondering who these stranger folk were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers. Uklamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession.
I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the Third Promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance. But you're so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day, Third Promise. They did have a point. Uklamat is technically royalty here, like it or not. A person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in two groups as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Chrane and you and Kryle can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch when once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wuklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Is it the light making it look that different? This is darker than this. I don't know if I can get it closer though. Whatever. Wuklamat, I'm fine now, really. I can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Aaronville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay. Mostly small fishing boats and barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Dawntrail, a southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for exports. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be your next stop. Yes. Are they gonna give you the intro to that system every time you use this? Don't they have something that like the text that you've seen the tutorial before? So a lot of names. Waku Meki Meki, okay. A lot of names to remember that are not gonna really mean much of anything until you get familiar with the place. Leave meats. Bonami. You know, Konami used to make great games, but ever since they fired Kojima, they've been falling off big time. Okay, Wuklamat. This is Bayside Bevy, Tuliola's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Alright, I should mention that here in Tuliolal, we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gil. There's also Waku Meki Meki, another market off to the east, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next, we'll head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. Everyone's just standing at the market board. Dawn Hunt. I like the name. Boluga. Let's go!
I love how colorful a lot of this stuff is. He has a different head than the other ones. Materia, Mender, Merchants. Oh, I can finally sell these. I was cleaning out my glam dresser. Okay. 90. Oh, there's a new 90 set as well? Did I look at this? Oh, I think I did, right? I did. Yeah. I'm not that impressed by those gear sets, but what did the swords look like? Okay, so this is what I'm getting from that cache. It is way better than what I have. I'll take it. That is a huge aetheryte. The detail on that crystal is nice. What do you think of that, huh? Goodness me, you have aetherytes in Tuliolal? I think I told you before, but my brother Kuana spent 3 years studying in Charlian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of aetheryte construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once. Had one built immediately. Do you do the tuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again, then up the slope to the right. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Jacques Tural. Let's make a stop at Bright Bloom Post on the way. That's the headquarters of the Lance Guard. Well, let me attune. We'll get on our way. Da, da, da. New home point set. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. We have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Are we in the Emperor's New Groove now? What the hell happened? Oh, yeah. I have no idea how this happened. By all means, it makes no sense. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Clamat gets her endless endurance. Still have Ultros with me, okay. There's no mounts here, okay. This is a big city, okay? This is a big city. Gotta make sure I pick this up. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Didn't expect to see the name of one of my personas in here. It's not like I run that one a lot of the time, but it's an early game one usually. Bulmajun, dude. Give me that armor, god damn. He basically has a Rohirrim helmet. That looks incredible. Give me that shit. Here we are, Bright Bloom Posts. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuliyollal and preserving the peace. The Landsguard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zoral Jah took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. So he's Zoral Jah, so not that guy. First promise, okay. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alice should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time to show you the Sky Gate. It's right to the northern end of Talon March. Bro, all these armor sets look dope. Can I have one? What are you wearing? I'm guessing that's the healer armor for that armor type. Fending, most likely. Maiming. And the maiming one had the incredible helmets. Maybe Fending does too. Na na na. You're also wearing the maiming one. I'm trying to see if we can see striking or scouting. So far, nothing. Accurate sound effects? What the hell? That's crazy. You don't see that in MMOs. What the hell? It's the Warrior of Light. It's Meteor Survivor himself. It's a big door. Massive, isn't it? And on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yokhui. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yok-Tural, the southern lands of the mother, and Jak-Tural, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind of the conflict between
a familiar sounding tale, I am put in mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiac. But getting back to Zaktural, those lands are also part of the Tuliolal nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the peoples of 2 continents into a single nation. Many clans of Tural have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Zaktural requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rite of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. So the Dawn Servant stuff is going to happen early. Right, I forgot I have predictions that we need to talk about. We'll do that after this quest is done. Then I'll make sure you win. Mark my words. You really mean that? Woe to anyone who stands between you and adventure. Damn right. I see a big door. I draw my swords. Easy as that. Cryle must have covered half the city by now. Tuliolal is unlike any other place I visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Let's get a weapon. We can do that. Hold on, hold on. This way I can get the Crypt Lurker swords instead. There we go. Okay, so predictions, huh? My predictions for Dawntrail. Let's see what we have here. I've written them down. So, I have some predictions for what's going to happen in this story. Will there be any deaths? I'm not sure. It feels like this is setting the ground floor for what they're doing in the future. So I don't think there are going to be any major deaths. But I have written down, if there are, it's either going to be Thancred or Garahatia. If there are deaths, it's one of those two. I have written down Wuklamat and Kryle in trusts. Kryle has been confirmed via the patch notes. So I'll just scratch that one out. It doesn't seem like Wuklamat is being added to the trust system in that way. As a leveling companion. Whatever. Then I have written down, let's see here, what's that say? The fight with Wuklamat's father is going to be a solo instance. The one we see in the trailer. Another one is Wuklamat's father will die. I believe he will not live past level, let's say, 94. That might even be generous. I don't think he's long for this world. I've written that Eldorado, or the City of Gold as it were, and Solution 9, they might be the same thing, but however, I think they are tied to the Ancients / Hydaelyn. Because it's like Solution 9. So which solution were the Loporrits, right? Like I think it's a safeguard she has created. But maybe it's a failed one that didn't meet the results she was after. Next one I have is we will meet / hear about the remaining Asians. I don't know if we'll meet all of them, but I figure we'll meet at least some of them. We're missing Halmarot,
Merrilolth Pashtarot, which we have not met, but we saw Pashtarot at the ASEAN meeting at the end of A Realm Reborn post-credit scene. Now we have Ultima. Feels weird to call them Ultima, but it's Ultima with an A, Ultima, and then Dudalaphon. So there's 5 we never met. I think, I mean, at least one of them is showing up. Has to, right? Last boss is someone we know through the entire expansion. Surprise betrayal. It's my guess. And I mean, maybe it's not a betrayal, but I think it will be someone we know and meet and hang out with throughout the entire expansion. And finally, the soundtrack will be banging. And I mean, so far, it seems accurate. Okay. Let's keep going, shall we? City of Stairs, yes. We'll head west next, towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too. Tuliolal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. I think... Well, we're probably gonna go all over the place, so... The Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. Man, they really want me to walk all the way, huh? Did I read that right? Auntie's Tacos? Yo. Auntie's Tacos, Auntie's Tacos, Auntie's Tacos. Auntie... New lyric interpretation dropped. Yo. Oh, Kryl. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of Yokoi Temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Zaktural. I want to see these giants. Is it the dude with the giant hand that pointed to the map and the benchmark? Are those the giants? To appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yokoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and then houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliolal. We climbed these sets of stairs here, all the way up. We do, huh? This place is beautiful. A baby! Oh. Yay! Look at him, he's so excited. Already listening to music, ignoring their parents. More babies! Look at them. They're adorable. Look at these things. So cute. And here we have a parent who's just happy to be getting a break. This is a big town. The Aetherites are gonna be lifesavers. Casually running around with a 15 million minion.
Papa's palace is called Volok Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. We probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. Yes, one of those though. If I can go in there, I will. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what that carving on the top represents. No idea. Let's check it out. Love this song. It's got such a big, like, let's get into some trouble vibe. Dude, you look cool. Johnny McBoy. The Red. Accurate. The door's open. That's the first one. No, it's the second one. Never mind. I was like, that can't be the first one I'm opening, right? Or unlocking. Maybe we should save this for later. She did say we should save it for later, so, you know, I'll respect her. Respect her opinion. Can I do, like, this in town? Party member. Okay. That would have been insane to just dash between people in town. That would have been great. Is there an inn here somewhere? Or is this a small town? This might be the small town. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't see an inn anywhere. Maybe there will be one later. They're weird. That's very weird. The tiny ones are so cute, dude. What's the name of the dinosaur with the thing going back on its head? Like Ducky in Land Before Time. I used to be so knowledgeable about dinosaurs, and I've forgotten so much of it. I was obsessed with dinosaurs when I was a kid. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all the Yoctoral clans. Mamulja, Jabral, Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Hetzaro, Shetona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Yoctoral. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tural. A true representation of Teliolal's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. I mean, Kryle's not wrong. This place is very beautiful. All the colors just... they pop so damn hard. All of them. It's so beautiful, man. What big drum? That thing? That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Landsguard's return from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Ouch. Oh, on the drum, not your hands. Oh. I thought the drum was so hard it just, like your axe ripped the skin on your hand or something. No, she meant the skin on the drum.
Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think it was that time Papa... What? I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. Oh yeah, he's huge. Right, I forgot about that. In the trailer, he's enormous. I've never seen such enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? Cannonball? From here? I'm assuming. Ta-da! Alpaca! Bro, guess what was in the patch notes? An alpaca. I don't remember if it said it was going to be a mount, though. Hold on. Hold on. Patch notes. Did it say it was going to be a mount? Or did they just show a picture of an alpaca? 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 Alpaca. That sounds right. Alpaca. There's so much in these patch notes, man. First time I need to pay attention to an expansion release patch notes. New prices available for purchase using MGP. And at the PvP trader as well. We got Levi's hair from the hairstyle design contest. So we got Levi's hair from the hairstyle design contest 2023, and we got Eren Yeager's hair from the main character. So 2 Attack on Titan hairstyles added in the same patch. Very nice. Where's the alpaca? Did I imagine this? The Alexander mount for PvP, hell yeah! New items added. Due to the volume of items added, they will not be listed in the patch notes. How dare. I need to know what those armor sets are that you show in that picture. Did I imagine the alpaca? No, there it is. New mounts. Yes! There's an alpaca mount. And a scarily detailed cat. And like a little tiny chubby whale thing. I don't think it's a narwhal. He doesn't have a spear for a nose. But he looks like a narwhal. Yeah, so basically the big part of the graphics update, right? Improved movement for certain weapons, tools, and gear. Character tilting when turning on certain mounts, which is great. Certain environmental effects, such as water splashing and smoke, will now appear darker in the shadows of nearby objects. Wavering distortion effect when underwater. I haven't seen that yet. Subtle eye movements of player character and certain NPCs, which is great. As part of our first graphical update, the following details have been improved. Character hair and face textures. Yes, they look incredible. The appearance of skin on player characters, animals, and monsters. It just looks super detailed now. The appearance on hair on player characters, animals, and monsters. Subtle hair movements. Appearance of lenses and glasses and other glass objects. Appearance of metallic material on certain gear, which means there's going to be more in the future. The appearance of characters and objects that are wet. The appearance of fog. The appearance of water and waves. The appearance of textures of distant terrain when riding a mount. Soft shadows on console. Oh, and PC, okay. Shadows used in backgrounds and in certain cutscenes. Yeah, the shadows in the Praetorium now. It looks incredible. Let's see if I can get you a side-by-side of that, because I have 2 very good screenshots to show off the difference in the Praetorium before and after, with both graphical updates and face updates. Let's see here. Screen capture. Here we go. So this is what it used to look like. This is what it looks like now. Old, new. Old, new. Like, look at the detail. Look right here. Old, new. This looks like a person. A slightly bothered person, but still looks like a person. This, I have no idea. This looks like the underside of a needler from Halo. I assume. Like where you put your hand in. That's what I think of when I say, like, is it called chitin armor? Is that what it's called? Like, it looks like some spider armor thing, the lines around here. This looks like a face. Like, I did slightly change the skin tone of my character, because I was on the third row fairly far up, and he looked more, almost a little mustardy in the skin tone. So I went to row 2 and then way far down. So he looks like the skin tone's different, the eye color's different, the cheeks are a bit wider. So I have changed him a bit since then, but like, look at the ears. I just saw that. And the beard right here. And around here. Like, this is the stuff we have been desperately waiting for. And then if you look at this thing, I don't think graphically it's different. I just think the reflections and the lighting just make it look like a real object. And this one's just glistening, reflecting everything for no reason. So in general, it just, they've made one hell of a job. It's all I really want said, you know. Shadows used in backgrounds in certain cutscenes. Yeah. Changes in lighting due to the passage of time, which is nice. Detailed textures for various objects such as rocks, trees, and fabrics have been added. Number of light sources used for shadows have been increased. Following updates have been made to grass. Improved textures, increased density, color spotting, motion from wind, and character interactions. Movement from wind will appear more consistently at high frame rates. Upscaling for DLSS. Right. Right. I forgot about that. Why was AMD applied? I don't have AMD. Hold on. Why do I feel like it looks different when I swap over? That can't be real though, can it? Hold on, let me just check those two. It only took one screenshot? No, here we go. Those don't look different, do they? Show on disk. My screenshot library takes such a long time to load, man. It's annoying. Da 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 da. No, they generally look the same. Okay, good. I was like, that can't be real, can it? That's wild if that's the case. It would make no sense. Frame rate threshold. Wait. Which one is it I hate? Am I gonna have to open Am I gonna have to open the benchmark to see that setting? Because I have the settings I want in the benchmark. Hold on. Let's go find that. Sorry this is taking a while. We're getting a bit sidetracked here, but this is important stuff. Benchmark. Bismarck. All the marks. So far, matches. Real-time reflections, maximum anti-aliasing gets unchecked when you graphics upscaling set to DLSS, yeah. Lighting quality high. Grass quality high. Parallax high. Tessellation high. Glare standard. Shadows. Display. Both of those are unchecked. Best, strong, maximum. High 16, full. FX, limb darkening, yes. Radio blur is unchecked. That's the one I hate, okay. Screen space ambient occlusion. I don't know the difference between HBAO and GTAO, but I'm gonna stick to this. Because that's what I ended up picking in the benchmark. Yes. That's it. Okay, great. So now I have all the settings I want. That's wonderful. Okay. Great. And no new themes? No. Okay. Alpaca keep. Welcome. If it's an alpaca you need, then look no further. Before we get you settled up, I'll need you to add your name to our register. We'll make things smoother the next time you need a ride. Can I borrow one? I've never used the borrow mount feature, but I really want to now because I love the mount. They're so cute. I want one. Na 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 na. And here are dirigibles. Not bad, huh? That place looks great. Is this what my island sanctuary will look like when I finally go back there? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolal. Tuliolal, I think that's how she pronounces it. We have them for the exact same reasons as the Aetherites. Can we show Kryl back here? Maybe not looking up her butt, but that's... We'll do that. That doesn't look suspicious at all. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Kwana brought back the plans from Charlian. And Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. That recent? Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with the frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. Let me get that Aetherites. So is this the town music? And the other one is just for the quest? Or is this the night theme and the other one is the day theme? So many questions. Look, Mom, I'm already 653 item level. I'm so strong. Huge drum. No, we've already done that. What are you? Are you a monk? Your level... No, never mind. I thought 90 was the max now. Never mind. 100 is max. That armor looks dope on Hrothgar. That looks great. Has she dyed it? No, that's the base color? That's awesome. Wow. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. Oh, when the giants were still here, it was known as the Yogg-Tural Land Gates. But when Papa founded Tuliolal, everyone began using it its present name in honor of his great achievements. Through this gate is Kosama Uka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Okay. Kosama Uka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? The alpacas? Hell yeah. Krile, this is why you're one of the best scions. She knows what's important. Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seemed quite placid to me. Placid? Placid? You'll learn soon enough, Krile. You'll learn soon enough. Doubt that they're fiends. Not that Krile will learn. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Ah. Should have probably picked this up when we were in the markets, huh? Do it now. Damn, look at this place, dude. This is the type of place where I want to go vacation. I've never been on like a summer, like tropical paradise holiday. But this really makes me want to go. Like, my parents go to Portugal at least once a year. I've never been... in Europe, I've never been further than to France, and then... from Sweden. And then I've flown to the... I was about to say flown to the UK, but that doesn't really minimize it at all. Flown to England. Been in London, stuff like that. And then I've also... flown to the US once. We were in Daytona. Yeah, I've never been to like a tropical, like clear blue water. Like I've never been to anything like that, but I really want to. Did we miss this little place down here? Scripts, huh? Na 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 na. Is that all of them? You've attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Tuliolal. Yeah, and because we can't leave yet, we don't get one of the exits added to the thing yet. Da, 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 da.
If you wish to learn the history of Tuliolal, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? They look great. I love the design of these. And there's some history on them as well. So cool. Okay. Teach me. Wuklamat, teach me. What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Teach me the history of your people. Oh, this is a big thing, huh? Okay. Let me settle in. Beautiful. That one is empty. Its story is not yet written. Oh, I was fully expecting voice acting. Okay. Pictures. Wait. No, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed mammal jaw. Then this must be her father. That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Gulul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliolal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Down. Oh. Oh, okay. This is some point and click stuff. Whoa. The 4 stones closest to us cover the first half of Papa's travels. Let's start with those. Oh, do I click you when I want to move on? Okay. This pillar tells the lay of the Brotherhood. Depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to their foreigner explorer, Ket something. I can never remember the name. Likewise. You mean Ketan Ram? Ah, that's the one. Ketan Ram's arrival in Tural, what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said that the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirits, if not in blood. But no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Ketan Ram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. I think he's at Solution 9. That's my guess. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kasamauka. Ah, the people Alphino almost mistook for Vanu Vanu. If not for the colourful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among them, the Vanu, in the Sea of Clouds. So it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful sorts. They hold this one festival every year. Very famous and a lot of fun. Da, da. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the moblins of Kasamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. It's goblins. This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is of the Jebral, like me. For decades, the Jabral and the Mamulja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tel Yalal. There is a clan of Hrothgar. There is a clan of Hrothgar in Basia known as Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Tural, Jabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically cultures can vary with location. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yes. I don't know if they want me to go from left to right, or in the Japanese way, right to left. Because, like, what if Lay of Gold is the dramatic end one, and Lay of Proof is the simple lead-in? I don't know. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in Urgopacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tel Yalal's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tural. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they're clever and calculating traders. So that's the kid we saw in the benchmark. When we have the giant dude, I'm assuming he's a giant, pointing at the map. And then me, Kryle, and a bunch of other player characters walk away, and then there's a kid waving. Is that one of them? Can you tell I went back and rewatched the benchmark a few times? Oh, this one is my favorite, The Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Tural Vidral, Valigarmanda. Okay, isn't that what I'm hunting in the Viper Quest? Hold on. Oh, I haven't done the Viper Quest. God damn it. I forgot to finish those. We'll do that tomorrow. I should explain. Tural Vidral... Maybe we should do it after this instead, so we can dive straight in tomorrow instead. I should explain. A Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Like an auspice in the east? Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valigarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. So probably not the thing I'm hunting in the questline? I don't remember. Because Valigarmanda doesn't sound familiar. So it's probably not the same thing. If they just exist as a greater concept, they're probably not the same thing. But 80 years ago or so, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urgopacha Mountains. I'm smelling a trial. That's what I'm smelling. Despite its reputation, however, Valigarmanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness until Yalal's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. I smell a trial. Oh, this one is unmarked. Oh, this one's unmarked. Papa says he left the blank pillar for the next chapter of Tel Yalal's history, whatever that might be. That's your pillar, dude. Ah, the Lay of Proof. That big fellow is the Yokhui, the largest of Tural's peoples. So giant. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yok-Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Zak-Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gates. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the land they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urgopacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambition and their place in Terali history? Had your fill of history then? Yes, thank you. That was neat. Do love me some good history. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awful hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while, but now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. Ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 dum. Ba, ba, ba. Ryle. What a lovely establishment. I'm reminded of the Bismarck and Limsalaminsa. How? Because there's water? Have you ever had tacos? I've had big fat tacos before. Pretty good. They're a Tullyalog classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Jabal TA best. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Baruch Evu. What armor are you wearing? Could this be the striking version of the armor? Maybe.
Brook Evo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Heavenly tacos, heavenly
Right
tacos.
away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
He went way higher than I expected. Oh.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Down, down, down.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Oh boy. Well.
Oh.
That's one big bitch.
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, no.
I can take him.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
So the heads communicate with each other?
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us. Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Yeah. So which one is he?
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family.
Okay.
Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
What she said.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
You have a
Listen to me, you.
You have a guy with you with spoons on his head over here. Look at that.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Yeah, I would like some
Some get it into their
explanations.
twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro.
Yeah, the Dopro have spoons on their
Every
heads.
once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Okay.
Blessed siblings indeed.
So it would seem.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos.
Mhm.
I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Hold on, I got a phone call.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Tacos.
So it goes.
You still haven't eaten. Is this your version of not sleeping? Since my character never gets to sleep, I'm guessing she never gets to eat. Rook Evil lovingly made tacos went to waste, and it's all that brutish Bakul Jaja's fault. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tuliolal cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alphino and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter. Or even the eastern side of Talon Marsh if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city is laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shumsa. My poor empty belly. Yeah, I feel bad. That's the fending helmet. I like the color of the maiming one more, but it's still incredible looking. Da, da, da. I think we're heading over here, but what's up here? Okay, so these are the magicians, I'm assuming. And the other ones are the... Yeah, because this is what the blue mage dudes look like. So that's the magician tribe, and the other one is the warring tribe. People just disappear when I get close to the quest person. Perfect. You made it. Good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. We saw a two-headed Mamolja on our way here. Another claimant in the right of succession according to Erenville. The food is amazing. A passing Mamolja let us try fruit called Cherimoya. And it was just sublime. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Yes! My favorite phrase in this entire game. Let's see what they have to... Oh, man! I've acquainted the twins with the city as best as I could in a short time. The unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly courts. I don't know what you're talking about. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home, and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Don't say that. That's scary. Don't say such scary things. And before he kills us all. Someone's fighting. Just need to know if it's for recreational purposes or something else. It's a viper, I think. Whoa! Okay, my boy is here.
Estinian? When did he get here?
Hell if I know, dude.
What's the point? Why is he here?
And why are they fighting?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel.
Ah.
Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
Explains the trailer.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
Her papa.
That would do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Estinian's armor looks great with the updates. Look at the glow on
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
It's not a bad review.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
Don't do this, dude. Hi.
I see you, warrior.
Oh boy.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
Look at the shine on the armor, dog.
East. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Interesting.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant. I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Okay.
Erenville, then.
Elanesh?
And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their mettle, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
We'll catch up with him later, I'm sure. And here's our big bad for the moment. He doesn't seem too pleased either. Is the Mikote one of the... Okay. Huh.
The claimants are assembled.
Claimants assemble.
The first promise, Zorolja.
He looks cool.
The second promise, Gona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the rite of succession. The outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant.
His accent is so cool.
I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against.
Silence.
Oh, though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
I'm assuming he's the biological son, so why would he?
Our brother was in Shok Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself.
A dungeon, right?
To triumph in the rite of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yoktural. And find the City of Gold.
Oh. Oh.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
Oh.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyollal. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you'll need to break the seal I put in place.
Oh.
Bring them.
So he absolutely has been there. Are these the different steps of our journey? These were the ones on the pillars outside.
The Tuliyollal saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to
What are we doing?
measure your
Pokemon
worth.
gyms? What are we doing?
Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
Well, well, well.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Chryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time.
Goddamn, okay.
I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
Fair.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galov.
Oh, wow. Seems like he was a close friend and knew of Croyle. That's cool. Whoa. Hello.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
You kidding me? Of course I do.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Or
oh, her
perhaps you've been
enthusiasm?
moved by the
Okay.
glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Aaronville, do you know what we've dealt with in the past? This is like a vacation.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
My boy.
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads. I've made my decision. I mean to see it through. I want to see where this journey leads. I'm not so worried about the destination.
So you are committed to your path?
Yeah.
I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come! It's Sarolja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja. Take heart, tiller of the soil.
The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant,
has heard your pleas.
I guess they weren't kidding when they said that the others weren't really
Soralja,
approachable.
the first promise and commander of the Landsguard.
Didn't even do
Soralja,
the talking.
the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
And Resilient Son. Is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's yielding resilience.
Interesting.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Interesting. I would have expected it to be the two-headed guy. Game? Hello? Thank you.
Cryle, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions.
Oh.
Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Wow. Here's Kathmandu.
Second promise. You must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Okay, so what's wrong with him?
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Shocker.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
Really?
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
Shitstain McGee.
gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimants.
Really?
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyolan. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty. Well said, brother.
The voice in that one scares me a bit.
The Mamulja finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
Yeah.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
Put wheels on it. Build a
His
ramp.
policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Great.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
That's why I thought that was him that she was referring to. Wow! Yeah. Really? They leave before she gets out there? That's rude. But why was she last? Isn't she the third?
We wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliyollal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
You didn't know?
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat, I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. I didn't expect Wuklamat to be like such an underdog in this. But with this awesome music, how can I think of anything such negative? Such negative. That's a sentence. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course. The others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliolal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea, let's go and take a look. This music is a vibe. No quests yet. So no hunts or anything like that. I wonder where he went first. Because like the one I really want to explore the most is the Peru-inspired one. That makes everyone. Wuklamat, the tablets, if you would mind. If you would. Everyone has a tablet, then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Alright. Me just staring at the blank one. Hmm. Six of us, 7 tablets. Estinian is roaming somewhere. I see a way around this. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tyrell's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Hold on, my damn finger. There we go. Thank you. I hate when you have to, like, when you try to crack the finger and you feel it, like, going into it and then going back out, so you don't get the crack effect of it. It's very uncomfortable. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliolal saga.
But where to first? The events the glyphs portray, do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for the lector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There is also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. We get to choose, huh? Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yggdrasil several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If you want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. And off she goes. It would be... the music just comes back. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. So we will have a base of operations then. That's nice. Good, good, good. The difference. The difference in tone. That's right. The reservation is under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. So this is the inn, I'm assuming. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Jibalyav Tie. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal, and welcome to the Forad cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Finally, an inn. Woo! Nice. Speaking of nice, okay. Seriously? God damn. Not bad. Not bad at all. Go. Finally got the swords I wanted. I don't think there's anything else, really. Maybe we'll put some of these in here. Don't need to carry them with me. Jesus. Okay, clicking everything at the same time. Starting to feel a bit tired. We'll see how much longer I go. Probably not that long. I'll probably get to finish this quest
and then I'll probably wrap up for the night. Then I'll go all day tomorrow. Team! Trust you to be the keenest to head out, Chrane. Yes, of course. But where are Erenville and Wuklamat, I wonder? You called? Oh, where we get to pick which one to go to? Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought, who better to get it from than the locals? These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. Hello. I give you credit for taking initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least?
I am honored that the Third Promise would seek my advice.
I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. Link pearls, I'm assuming. What's this? It's called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they can allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. Yeah. Wait until she finds out about the echo. It'll be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Okay, we'll probably wrap it up after this quest because we're about to choose where to go, and I think we can do, like, start there tomorrow. Tuliolal Saga features a number of Tural's clans. Two of those, the Hanuhanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okanu, is located in Kozamauka. The other, smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Urgopacha. I think that is the Peru region, and that's where I really want to go. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wacumpelo, their village. Now, as for deciding which village to go to first, why don't you put that adventure instinct of yours to work for us, Chrane? Pick our destination. Okay. Yeah. Second quest will... Yeah, second quest will become available once you complete the series of the first. Yeah. Story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice. Yeah. Great. Now we have some quests in the city, which means we are fully in the expansion. Leaves, hunt, sights of the west, so that's probably sightseeing log. So yeah, great. Alpacas are getting me, dude. This looks nice as well, though. Those houses look cozy as hell. Very nice. So tomorrow, we're going to Peru, basically. Let's do that so we can see little ultros down there. So, that's probably going to be a wrap for me for tonight. I did the initial 6 hours when the servers came on. Got to level 85, and then I got to 90 off stream, and now I've been streaming for 3 hours in actual Dawntrail. So 9 hours total in one day. I think that's gonna have to do for today. I need to get some sleep, I think.
So yeah, thank you for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. It's been really fun. So far, the expansion's off to a pretty good start. We're about to go on a Pokemon journey where we battle 7 gym leaders for some reason. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they have in store. And there was also a tease of what I'm assuming is a trial boss on one of the pillars, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I'm done for the night. That's it. That's all. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody take care. And I'll see you next time. Bye.